Hey Tiffany, I know you're really busy with that paper that you're working on, that longitudinal study that you began 3 years ago, but just give me a second. I want to talk to you about the brilliance of Creative Commons. Now, this study that you've been working on, the one that is finally yielding results that your co-authors started analyzing, the one in which the publishers will require you to sign away your rights as an author, because as you know, a publisher requires rights to be granted to him by the author. He licenses these, for example, via a copyright transfer agreement. Traditional copyright assignment grants publishers the right to reuse an author's work. Now, before you do that, I want to tell you about Creative Commons, because you and your co-authors maintain the copyright of your creation and your intellectual property. Opportunities to publish still exist within peer-reviewed journals such as Nature Communications and the Public Library of Science. You can now share your work without fear of being sued due to violation of your contract with your publisher. You can now share your work with others who share your passion in your field and build upon each other's work. You can share your work with your students and not worry that they're going to be sued. No longer will publishers restrict you with copyright license. Creative Commons gives you control over who you can share your work with. Now, this might all sound complicated, risky, and difficult to achieve, but the Creative Commons website walks you through the steps and explains the validity of their license in a very simple format. Now, they're a non-profit organization, and they create a set of simple, easy-to-understand copyright licenses. It consists of 6 different types of copyright. They vary from others can distribute this work provided the original is not changed in any way and is cited. Commercial reuse is not permitted, to very open and least restrictive, which requires others can distribute, remix, tweak, build on, and use commercially, provided the original work is cited. No longer will your students and colleagues find themselves barred access to your work due to their institute's library not purchasing a license to the journal or database in which you initially published your work. Instead, they will find themselves accessed through their institutional repository or through an open access journal if you decide that's the way you want to go. Now, you will be able to provide access to scientists on the other side of the world that do not have access to these databases. Yes, risks do exist. You may carry the charge of publication. However, if librarians reach out to governing boards in their universities and institutes and provide them with the knowledge of Creative Commons, they too may turn to this form of publication, as MIT did with their OpenCourseWare program. And as you know, that is now an international forum. In addition, peers may not recognize the importance of your work as it is not published in well-respected journals. So tenure committees often value the reputation of these high-impact journals, so it may be a struggle for you to fight for tenure as you do not have them published in these journals. But that is changing. So yes, these risks do exist, but many scholars choose the risk, as did the White House, as they too use Creative Commons licenses. The future of Creative Commons will expand within the fields of science and education. That is the direction they want to head. Scientists need the opportunity to share their work rather than 7 laboratories working on the same project and yielding the same data. Creative Commons can reach out to teachers who currently cannot share their curriculum due to copyright. They know the benefit it can offer to others. Musicians can begin to mix the beauty of each other's work and create something new. Poets can mash up the words from the past with words from their experiences. Creative Commons licenses are going to bring down barriers and open access to your work.
Created using Powtoon.